Part 2. Okay, so this is when she just sees Christine is just seeing the exile, a little girl, and she's getting to know it and understand it, and so she naturally has the urge to give it a hug and to comfort it. Okay, so Christine, I'm struck by how the little body that doesn't have any tension. Oh wait, sorry. So Christine has this wonderful spontaneous impulse to comfort the little girl, and she is reparenting the part, which is an aspect of the healing process. So she's naturally there for the little girl as a parent and is giving her comfort and love. And then Christine says, as she's giving the little girl a hug in her mind and holding her on her lap, I'm struck by the little body that doesn't have tension in it. It's very soft, undefended. It's an undefended little body. And there's a weight, a heaviness in the heart that she's carrying around. Okay, the heaviness in the heart comes from hopelessness, that nothing is going to get better. And she has to carry that burden all by herself because nobody else is there. There it is, I can see the thread now. When nobody is there to pick her up, there is a contraction, a closing off, a walling off. There's a fearful watching in the cells of the body. This heavy heart has formed over time. It's not one event that does it. It sort of chips away. The heaviness comes from her inability to change anything. So the heaviness in the little girl's heart that she's holding was a response to many instances, not just one traumatic event in the childhood. So gradually the little girl grew hopeless about getting a cure for her needs and getting response when she had needs. J. And the thing that formed in the cells of the body, what was that, Christine? A watchfulness, like the alertness, guarding, protecting, and closing off from the world. It's like a defense, like a felt thing, almost like a catch in the tissues. Now there's a sense of being frightened, caught in the dark by yourself. That feeling is much younger. It goes way back. I'm getting a specific memory. She's flailing her arms and legs. Somebody is supposed to come and pick her up, but they don't come. Now I'm getting some vague memory of something dangling in a crib. A hollow sound. There's a sense of trying to get somewhere, to get picked up, but no one is there. J. So she desperately needs to be picked up, but no one comes. So in the middle of witnessing the little girl's story, Christine has accessed an even younger part when she was a baby, who has even earlier memories related to feelings of aloneness and panic. We still don't know exactly when this was or what the external circumstances were, but that's not necessary for healing. Christine. Yes, it's interesting that I say that because this is different from how the little girl feels. I can't quite make sense of that. J. Well, sure, this is a younger memory from a different part. So now we've accessed 3 parts: the confuser who was protecting, the little girl who is being protected by the confuser, and then this younger part, this baby. Christine. Oh, I see. The little girl comes later. Christine. Well, right now something is shifting by itself, I think. By feeling both of them there is less charge. J. Would you like a suggestion? Christine, I would. So now that Christine has witnessed the story and the feelings of both parts, she can move on to the healing stage of them. J. Focus on the baby and bring yourself into that place where she is all alone. See what she needs from you. Christine. Oh, she wants me to pick her up. Okay, go ahead and do that. She cries louder, and then she just clings. Now I'm nuzzling her around the ears, and she's just clinging to me. I see her bald head. She's quite young and doesn't have much hair, just soft down. Can she sense you there? So Christine is reparenting the baby right now. And Jay asking this is just to make sure that the baby is receiving the reparenting. Sometimes parts, even when the self is there and the self is seeing the part and even talking to them, sometimes the part isn't aware of it or isn't hearing it. So he's just checking to make sure that the baby is experiencing what she's doing and saying to it. Christine, very much so. She does sense me here. Jay, and now she is, and how is she responding? She's softening, and now she's not crying. She's feeling into me and resting into me. And now there's a little burp. You know, when a baby has been crying and then there's little aftershocks going through the body, I can feel it in her back. So clearly the baby is taking in Christine's reparenting. Christine, well, okay. I don't know if this is right or not, but what happened is the little girl with the little baby and the heavy heart wants to hold the baby, so I'm going to let her do that. Jay, okay. Christine, oh, this is so sweet. The whole thing has now just shifted to this beautiful playtime. I just feel so much love, not just from me to these little ones, but both of them are bathed in love as well. They're totally relaxed. Okay, so the reparenting seems to have gone well. So Jay suggests to move on to the next step of healing, which is unburdening, which is when the actual scar or wound is lifted away and gotten rid of. Jay, okay, so the baby has taken on certain feelings like panic and loneliness as a result of being left alone in the dark. If it's appropriate, we can do an unburdening where she releases those emotions she took on. It's possible that some of them have already released during the process, but it might be helpful to conduct an internal ritual to release them further. Check with the baby to see if she would like to release them. Christine laughs and then cries. Okay, goodness. Jay, what's happening? There was a rush of sadness and pain, and then when I asked the question, she wanted to grow up so she could be with a little girl. It's like an accelerated growth thing without any blocks in the way. I felt a big rush of emotion coming up. It moved through my heart, in my body. Oh, and was that okay? Yeah, it felt good. Oh, good. The baby is happy. So this is very sweet. It seems that the baby has had a spontaneous unburdening in that moment. It went pretty fast, actually. That just came from the mentioning of the possibility that the burden could be released. Once she heard that, she instantly did it. Okay, so now it's time for Christine to check and see if the actual unburdening ritual is needed. Jay, I offered to do an unburdening ritual and then these feelings moved through you. Now check to see if that is all that's needed or if the ritual will still be helpful. Christine, oh, the baby is fine now from whatever that rush was, but the little girl seems to need an unburdening ritual. Okay, what burden is the little girl carrying? The heavy heart, the despair, the sense that things will never change, that she'll always have to carry the panic and the fear of the baby. Okay, so first check to see if she was aware that the baby is happy now. You want to make sure, that the little girl is aware of the updates that have happened. Christine, yeah, she wants to play with the baby. That's interesting. Even though she's playing with the baby, there's still a belief that she's got to look after and take care and carry the burden. Even though she's seen with her own eyes that the baby is happy, she still thinks she can't let go of the heaviness and the hopelessness. Okay, so ask the little girl if she would like to release that heavy heart she is carrying and the belief that things will never change. Oh, that's disorienting, because she believes that that is who she is. Without that belief, she wouldn't be there. Okay, so let her know that if she lets go of that belief, she can take on any other role she wants and be whoever she wants to be. So parts when they heal, they have the opportunity to take on a new job, a new role in your system, a positive one instead of the negative one they were doing before. And sometimes they won't know that, and so you can let them know that now they can choose any job they want to do. Yeah, she wants to let go of that so that she can play. She can see that that would be fun. Good. Okay, so check and see how she is carrying that heavy heart and the hopeless belief, where she carries those in her body or on her body. There's a weight around her heart, and the rest of it is almost like a heavy mantle that she wears over her head and back and shoulders, and she's not allowed to be joyful. J. Okay, so she can have those washed away by water or blown away by wind, or she can give them up to the light, or put them in the earth, or have them burned up by fire, or anything else that feels right to her. So IFS has discovered that using the elements of nature are really good ways to recycle or get rid of a burden, or if there's something else that feels powerful, like shooting it in a cannon out into space, or handing it to deity, to source or God. So you can listen for if the part has an idea of how it wants to do it, or if not, you can let it know about the water, wind, fire, light, earth, and it can pick. She wants them to be transformed so nobody else has to carry them. So burning. Okay, so she wants to burn them in fire. So arrange that, Christine. She wants to burn her little dress, as if that is the burden. That's weird, but okay, that's what she's saying. She wants another dress. As this is happening, feel that burden leaving your body. Take as much time as she needs until it's all gone. That's interesting. She felt quite disoriented and scared in that moment. It was changing, but then I held her hand, and now she's got a new dress on. Are all the burdens gone now? Yeah. Okay, so notice what positive qualities are emerging in her now that the burdens are gone. So now that the unburdening ritual is complete, the part's natural strengths or attributes will be more evident. She's grateful. The two of them are actually looking up at the smoke of from the burning dress as it blows away. So bizarre. Somebody in here is a bit embarrassed by all this, but these images are coming, so I'm just going to say them anyway. They're playing footsie with each other, the two little girls, the baby and the girl. I mean, I couldn't make that up. It's really happening. It's sweet. All the little feet. That's wonderful. And the unburdening sounds complete. So now check with the confuser, see if she is aware that the work that you just did. I remember she was sitting back in the lawn chair. This is a real English expression. She is gobsmacked. What does that mean? It means shocked, like words taken away. But she's okay. Ask her if she still feels the need to create confusion. No, she seems to feel like that isn't necessary anymore. So now the confuser, the protector, sees that the protecting role is no longer needed, so it will also go through its own process of taking on a new job now that it doesn't need to do that old negative job. J. Good. Ask her if she would like to have a different role in your psyche. Well, let's see. She wants to be a kind of guide or mentor for the little girl, so she won't feel alone. Great. See if any other parts want to say anything before we stop. So the confuser did. It took on a different job, where now it's going to be kind of a mentor. Okay. So Christine, there is one part I've never met. She is in awe of the process and of what's possible when other parts don't interfere, being able to create a beautiful thing. I can plumb the depths and access something without the usual limiting voices. That feels very strange to this part. The self says, of course this can happen, but this part feels it has never seen these depths before. Thank you very much. It's been quite a journey. So what a wonderful session. 2 exiles actually, and a protector were all healed in that one session, and that's what can happen in just a 1-hour IFS session. So before the session happened, Christine had deep down, I don't know how often that would surface for her, but feelings of being left alone, hopeless, panic, and those could surface, at any time. But then more obviously, this pattern or this behavior in life where she would get kind of confused and a cloudy brain randomly in her life, and that she didn't understand what was happening and couldn't shake it. But now that all these parts have been healed, literally like completely healed, that's not going to happen anymore. Her heart is going to be a lot freer now that the burden was taken off her heart, and the confusion won't ever come back because it's healed. So I remember my first IFS session. I literally healed a wounded child, and I had been working on cognitive behavior therapy for, I don't know, at that point 6 years or more. And in that one IFS session, it was basically the equivalent of what would have taken me a full year of weekly cognitive behavioral therapy sessions to accomplish. It was literally amazing, and I can't say enough for what it feels like to access your true self, to feel that place inside of you that is compassionate, non-judgmental, curious, has enough love to heal all of your parts. It's very powerful and very confidence building. And then to see these parts that you have that are wounded and in pain, and to feel like they deserve to be healed and you want that for them, and to get to be the person who does it, who offers compassion and helps them to heal and offers and shares love with them. It's one of the most powerful